Hello, everybody. We're back again for another stream. Thanks for coming back. Today, well, overnight we had a huge sell-off from Asian session. We sold from previous day's high to previous day's low. So to me, we're in a discount. Relatively speaking, we should be looking for buys this morning. So I'm gonna label that just so we're aware. In discount, possible buys. Just to review our trade plan. So an A trade is level based, a B trade is macro based, a C trade is just price action. We don't take those. And then consolidation days, reversal A setups, trending days, continuation Bs. In discount, possible bias. So if we're in possible bias today, right? If this entire thing sold off, we may be going bias. That may be considered a ranging day or reversal day potentially, right? So we may be using A trades to trade up to this high. Not sure if we're going to go up to that high. We don't even have to go up to the 50% level. So that's the first thing I'm going to mark. Is the 50% level of this sell-off. All right, previous day high to previous day low. I'm just going to mark it and I'll take the fib off of there. Put the level here like this. Delete this. Label it. Previous previous day 50%. Now I always like to mark out this previous day 50% level so I know what side of the dealing ranges that I'm on. So currently we're in the discount. So buys make the most sense currently. This is the soft target for buys. And if we can get above this, we're targeting these other levels. It's not 9:30 yet, so of course we're not looking for any trades. What I do theorize is that so look, we have a breaker down here. So price already hit that breaker. Or uh breaker, right? That's not enough for me, but that's a breaker. And then what we have is relative to this push up, right? We got the 50% level of that. So I'm going to label that. We want to label the relevant 50% levels. Okay, so excuse me. So what we have so far here is we're looking like we're going to end up looking for buys after 9:30, right? We already had a rejection off of 8:30. So what I'm thinking is that we may come down, buy off of London low, which is this line right here. If you consider London to end at 6, this will be London low. If you think this is London low, fine. But we do have the 50% of the bullish push, so we may be able to buy below there. And then on top of it, we have previous day low here, so buying below there is good as well. Unless this is a complete sell-off. Um, if it's a complete sell-off, we're gonna see price come down, retest levels to then go further down. But if it is the buy like I'm predicting, right, we may get this. Change this to green. We may get a pullback down here, right? Slowly closing above these levels to then go back to that level. So that those are the two scenarios which I can foresee. If we do end up becoming bullish, which this is a market structure shift right here. We've retested. Now we may retest some more and then go up and then possibly take out these equal highs right here. Um, these are equal highs. Label that. right? So equal highs. We've got those equal highs and we've got this equal low. So we could take out either side. Um, right? And then we would be able to get 5 points on pretty much any trade that presented it because it's kind of big ranges today. So we're going to be very particular about the trade we take and be patient. It's 9:25. So the 8:30 sell off of 8:30, multiple touches. So the next time we go there, I'm not going to be relying on 8:30 to be a resistance point. I'm going to be looking for us to break past it and find support. All right, that's what I'm going to be looking for. Now, if this just sells off below these lows, that confirms we're probably just going to have retests for sells. And then if that's happening, we'll have to just take macros. Now, if it finds support to go bullish, right, then we'll know what we're looking for in that sense. All right, so we have to be prepared for multiple scenarios. The probability says we're in a discount, so buys would be, better risk reward. But if we completely blow out all the lows, then we're going to be a short seller. All right. But the rejection off 9:30 already would have gave 5 points. That's the second day in a row where if you got here before 9:30, and traded that 8:30 level, you could have gotten the 5 points. So that's something I may take note of for future streams or for future opportunities. But for right now, um, we're patiently waiting to see what the next trade is. Mm, 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 mm. See what 9:30 holds for us. Let's look at NQ really quick as well. 2 minutes before the open. Or YM. Okay, YM, similar situation below the previous days, or we're not below previous days low on YM, but we're below London low on YM. And then on NQ. So on NQ, we swept London low. We haven't touched previous day's low. So that might be a sign that we may be going lower, and I have to be patient. Um, Potentially because that's YM and NQ haven't touched previous day's low, while ES has. So I have to be very careful about buying it up without the proper confirmations. We're below 8:30 as well on NQ. Back to ES. Gotta watch. I mean, previous day low is right here, so even if it pulls back more and then the others actually hit previous day's low, probably will be really close. But buying under here, I would be okay with that, depending on the level. All right. Open in about 1 minute. Got a trade. A trade is level based. A B trade is macro based. A C trade is just price action. We don't take those. A consolidating day, we take reversal A setups. A trending day, we take continuation B setups. So we're getting the open coming in soon. See what the open does. Okay, here's the open. Price is just resting on that new week opening gap high for now on NQ. Just like a bearish candle. Let me see. So ES, we're still just waiting. See if we get some more displacement to either side to give us a confirmation. The buy stop at 8:30 might make sense, but I need more reaction, possibly go lower before I want to buy that actually. Let's see. MNQ closed engulfing. ES looks like it's gonna possibly close engulfing. Let's see. This looks like a little bit of consolidation, so I think the levels are gonna play reversals here. Just gotta see how far we go lower. We're under the 50% level, so it's okay to buy here. This is also London low. What about NQ? This is under London low. I think it's gonna go lower. That's the thing. Just gotta take our time with this one because it's overall a bearish trend. So if it does just shoot bearish, It'll just sweep everything, and I don't want to be trying to buy that up. I want to wait for the sweep and then try to buy it up, especially after the 9:30. I want to see what sweep happens after 9:30 and then try to reverse that, if that makes sense. And like I said, NQ and YM hadn't swept their previous day's lows yet, so they still had a lot of downside. Go to the 1 minute where it looks like we're on a 3 minute. 9:30 quick touch of 8:30 sell off. We're under that 50% level. It's looking more like a bearish opportunity potentially. Let's see. It looks like we're sweeping these equal lows. If I'm gonna be a buyer, down here is a good spot. If I check the other pairs, they haven't swept anything yet, so there's still room for us to go. Well, yeah, there's still room for us to go way down on YM, on MNQ. Still room to go way down. Guess I should have used that as a confirmation to find the sell entry, but I didn't. So we just sit here and wait. Should melting off. Let's see. Yeah, sells with an 8 for sure. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, it kind of gets sticky now because the last level we could have used would have been this London low level to sell stop it, and now we have no levels. So now it would be a macro based trade if we do find it because we don't have any levels. Technically, you may be able to say this is London low, but thought this was London low. See, from two, I think it was from 2 to 6. I would mark it London low. So that's why I don't think that's London low. But the arrows are correct. It's just I wasn't trading with it because I'm trying to wait till 9:30 and then get a clean. I was kind of thinking more bullish, but I should have knew once excuse me, MNQ and YM hadn't swept the things they needed to sweep, like the previous day's low, that the probability of us just sweeping it and going up was low. Let me see. Did we sweep them yet? Oh, NQ swept it. Might buy this. I think I'm gonna buy this sweep because we swept the low. NQ swept the low.
Order filled.
Let's see. I think I might close this prematurely. It's running. I'm gonna close it prematurely.
Order filled.
Sorry, I decided to close that prematurely. The trade worked. I made more than I've made probably in any trade in a long time. There was an error with my Buellnox accounts. I wasn't in the trade on them, so I kind of mentally was like a little bit upset about that. But the reason I took that trade, MNQ and YM just swept previous day's low. So then ES was already under there. So I thought that was SMT. And I'm not going to hold because I still think we're going to be bearish in a sense. But I wanted to scalp that trade really quickly. I think I'm going to be done for the day and come back tomorrow. But that was a good quick trade. You had to be really quick with that. I saw it was running to target, so I pushed the target a little bit further. But we closed the most we've ever closed in a while. So I'm very grateful, and it's probably gonna melt off, but that was a quick reaction based on SMT. And then the other pair sweeping previous day's low. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my math and add up the profits that I made. And I appreciate everything you guys, do. You guys showed up on the stream and you're patient with me. But I just after doing that, what I just did, which is making a good amount of money because I use a higher lot size than I usually do, I'm gonna just need to take a break. Actually, just gonna be done for the day. But you saw it here. I anticipated potentially buying up. The reason I adjusted the bias to down here or down here was because this level was swept, and then on the other asset classes, we swept previous day's low. So that's a high sign that we're gonna shoot up. And I took profit. I took profit because we could still melt down, right? So I anticipated us going up, but how long? I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to sit through that. So we did a great job scalping there, and I mean, I don't know what else to say. That's pretty much it. We did a great job scalping there. Now there is some challenge accounts which need like 300 to pass, one or two of them. So I may just trade those individually for the rest of the day to try to get the rest of the money that they need, so I don't have to pay for the fee, which it'll rebuild tomorrow. That's account 175 and 170. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change to those connections right now. But I think I'm just gonna hop off the stream. I appreciate you guys' time. All right, bye bye.